Hi, welcome to Sprinkles and Spells Enchanted Cupcakery. How can I help you today? Alright. So you have an event coming up and you're looking for a collection of cupcakes to serve. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, well, yes, you've definitely come to the right place. Have you ever been to Sprinkles and Spells before? You haven't. Okay, so a friend referred you. All right, that's wonderful. Good to hear. So, we are an enchanted cupcakery, so our cupcakes are a little bit different than you might find at a traditional bakery. All of our cupcakes possess a certain magical quality, and not only are they delicious, but they can imbue the eater with unique special abilities. Okay. Yeah, well, because they are different, they are a bit pricier than your normal cupcake. Yes, but if you buy in bulk, we do give a discount, definitely. So since you haven't been here before, would you like to go through our menu with me and kind of select the ones that you think might be best for you and your guests? Great. Okay. So I have the menu right here, and then once we select the ones that you like, I'll go ahead and hop onto the computer and place the order for you, and they can be ready. Yeah, exactly, ready for you to pick up the day of your event, okay? Alright, so before we start, I just wanted to also mention that all of our bakers are completely magically trained, so we guarantee our product you will get the desired effect, 100% guaranteed, or else your money back. Yes, we have a staff of witches and sorceresses. There's one warlock with us, and then we have, at the moment, we have 3 different fairy godmothers and a couple of underling fairies. And, well, we had a mermaid, but the logistics for that were a bit tricky. Yeah, and I know I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, yes. Griselda, the elf. She's actually directly from the North Pole. She's part of an employee exchange program that we have. So one of our employees is up there helping at the workshop. Yeah, so it's totally guaranteed. Everything that I'm telling you that the cupcake will imbue within the eater will definitely happen, and no strings attached. Okay, great. Alright, so this particular cupcake is great for really any gathering at all. It's our peppermint twist cupcake. So the cake itself is vanilla, and inside of it we have peppermint extract. And then on top is some vanilla buttercream with chunks of peppermint, and then just a sprinkling of fairy dust. So this particular cupcake will allow you to actually levitate for about an hour, which is nice because you can float around the room at the party. It's always kind of a crowd pleaser. And well, how many cupcakes were you looking at getting? About 2 dozen? Okay. Well, I definitely recommend you throw at least a few of these in there. I've never had anybody tell me that people were disappointed about this cupcake, so it's definitely one that you'd want to share with your friends and family. Okay, this next cupcake is our Chocolate Delight, and it's dark chocolate, the cake itself, and then it's filled with a white chocolate, and then on top it's milk chocolate buttercream, And then, as you can tell, I don't know if you can see from this picture, I think you can. Those little glittery pieces on top of the cupcake itself, that's actually edible diamonds. They're basically ground up, and they're mined directly from the Enchanted Forest mines. So that is quite unique. This particular cupcake will allow the consumer to read someone's mind for about 90 minutes. This one can be a bit tricky at parties. You really don't want to have it at an event where people may already be at odds with one another, or feuds may be existing, because it can get a bit, well, shall we say, challenging. So this is almost one you might want to eat on your own, and yeah, just so you don't have a bunch of people walking around reading people's minds. It can get a bit messy. Okay, this next one here is our lemon meringue, and of course the cake itself is a lemon cake, and then on top we have a deliciously light lemon meringue topping. So it has actually lemon extract in it, and this one can actually allow you to see 5 minutes into the future. The effects are very temporary, so once you eat it you'll only get one shot at seeing into the future, but yes, it is quite nice. If you eat the whole cupcake, you will be able to see at least a day into the future. So, yeah, we always recommend that you kind of limit how many of these are at your party, because about 2 years ago we had someone who had a dozen of these, and one person ate the whole dozen, and it was a bit of an overload, a mental overload for them. So, yeah, we always recommend you kind of limit those, or we can also make mini cupcakes, that way people don't overindulge. Okay, this particular cupcake here is our Cherry Bliss cupcake, and it's a vanilla cupcake filled with mascarpone cherries, and then the buttercream itself has cherry extract in it, and it's topped with a cherry, a candied cherry, but that's not any ordinary cherry, of course. This one was actually plucked from the Neverland Grove, so anyone who eats this will actually grow 1 year younger, so it will actually add a year to your life, which is, it is remarkable. This one's a bit more expensive just because of the effect it has, and we always recommend that you have at least one of these cupcakes on hand for each of your guests, just because it's such a nice little gift for them. And I mean, how many hostesses or hosts can say that something they're giving one of their guests can help them have 1 more year of life? So it is quite amazing. And besides, it's delicious. It's absolutely mouth-watering, so I always recommend that one. Okay, this next one here is our Blueberry Jubilee, and it has a blueberry cupcake, so it's vanilla mixed with blueberry, so it's almost like a muffin, and then topped with vanilla cream cheese frosting, and the combination might not seem kind of likely, but it's absolutely breathtaking. So this particular cupcake is one of our most popular sellers, and this one actually can make someone fall in love with you. Now, it doesn't meddle with emotions so much, or free will, because that's against the rules, strictly speaking, but it can make them see you in a more favorable light and truly bring out your best attributes, so that they are finally able to see them, and this usually leads to some form of affection. So yeah, so technically it's not a love potion cupcake, but it has similar effects, you could say. Okay, this one right here is our German chocolate cupcake. So just as you would see in a normal German chocolate cake, it has dark chocolate cake mix, and we bake that to perfection. And then inside of it we fill it with coconut shavings, and then on the top is the traditional coconut icing. It's very heavy, very dense, but absolutely delicious. And this particular cupcake actually grants you the gift of invisibility, so you will be invisible for roughly 2 hours, give or take a few minutes. So this is another one that's a little bit tricky at parties, just for the simple fact that people might overhear conversations that they really don't want to hear if they are invisible. So you'll want to make sure that you only really serve this if all of your guests are on good terms and there's not going to be any backstabbing involved, so to speak. So you want to be careful about that one again. Just a couple more to show you. This is our cookies and cream cupcake, and the batter itself is a milk chocolate, and then on top of it is a vanilla buttercream mixed with crumbled Oreo cookies. It's quite delectable, yes. And this particular one actually grants one small wish. And what I mean by small is something that is rather less significant in nature. So you can't wish for vast sums of money or anything of that nature. It's just something very basic. In the hierarchy of wishes, there's different levels, essentially, and which many people don't know about. But this one only has a small amount of wishing powder in it, so you're only allowed to be granted a very small wish. Does that make sense? Okay. I was hoping it was. I'm babbling a little bit, I apologize. Okay. Then we have this last cupcake here. You might say I saved the best for last. This cupcake is our gingerbread cupcake, which is great this time of year. And even if you're not a fan of gingerbread, you will absolutely love this. I can almost guarantee it. It's light, it's fluffy, it's crumbly, it's all of the above. This one is a gingerbread cupcake, and it's topped with a bit of vanilla icing and a bit of chocolate icing on top of that, so it's the best of both worlds. This cupcake allows you to absorb information from anything that you touch. So if you touch a book, you will automatically have read that book within a matter of seconds. The effects last about half a day, so yes, that's wonderful. It's one of the longest effects of all of our cupcakes. It will also allow you to sense people's emotions if you touch them, rather than absorbing all of their information. Yes. So those are our cupcakes. Do you think you might want to serve any of them at your party? Okay, great. Well, what I'll do is I'll put this aside. Oh, and here's, we serve all of the cupcakes in this plastic wrapping, all individually wrapped. That way it preserves the magical qualities of them. If you expose them to air for too long, it will kind of diminish them. So we try to keep them sealed up nicely. Okay, let me go ahead and get your information then. Can I get your name? Great. And your phone number? Wonderful. And what's your address? Okay, we send out mailers about once a month with coupons. Is that all right? Okay, great. Oh, you live in that little cottage just above the lake, huh? Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think Belle lives very close to there, correct? Oh, she's your neighbor. Oh, that's wonderful. I've always wanted to meet her. I've seen her in the village a few times, but I've never worked up the courage to go and say hi. Yeah, she's so famous. I guess I get a bit starstruck. And what is the date of your event? Okay. And did you want to pick them up or did you want us to deliver them? You'll pick them up? Wonderful. And what time did you want to come and pick them up that day? 10 a.m. That's great. Yeah, that works out beautifully. We open at 8 o'clock, so yeah, you have plenty of time. Okay. So let's make sure I have everything here. Now, this packaging I showed you, what color did you want them served in? Do you have a color scheme for your party? Okay, so yeah, we could actually package them in colors that correspond to the actual cupcake if you wanted to do that rather than just the generic one. Did you want to do that? Okay, yeah, we could do that, definitely. No problem at all. Alright, I think that's all I need from you. What was that? Oh, so you have a little free time this afternoon. You want to know if there's any shops in the area? I always like going to the tapestry shop. I forgot the name of it, but it's just down the way there, and they have a great selection of flying carpets, and of course magic mirrors and more. That's absolutely amazing in there. I always like to go in there and browse around when I have some spare time. Yeah. Well, yeah, the place next door is actually Geppetto's puppet adoption agency, and that's by invitation only. So, yeah, exactly. But there's plenty of other places. There's a little cafe down the way that serves the most amazing hot chocolate. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Well, yeah, no, you pay when you pick everything up, so I will see you at 10 a.m. that day, and we'll have everything ready for you, and I'll package it up,